Class, this short video is to discuss Boolean expressions. You have to understand what a Boolean expression is in preparation to understand selection, which is our second control structure. So a Boolean expression is an expression that has a value of either true or false. So the result of the expression is true or false. Boolean expressions come from two possible different types of operators. We already know about arithmetic operators, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. But there's another type of operator called a relational operator. And so these are the 6 relational operators: less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, and not equal. Now, you might think that a couple things I want to point out here. So when you see less than or equal to is like this, because in math class you might write less than or equal to, sorry, not like that. In math class you would write it like this, but there's no key on the keyboard that gives us a less than or equal to like that. And so you have to write less than and equal to next to each other. Same thing with greater than and equal to. You see that this double equal is equality, because if you'll recall, the single equal operator is the assignment operator. Remember, we've learned that I can assign a value to a variable using the single equal. And so we have to use double equal when we actually are checking if the value of it, if two sides are the same. And not equal, so in math you write not equal like that, but we don't have a key like that. And so exclamation point equal is a not equal operator. So these again are details, programming details that you have to pay attention to as you learn to do these different things. All right, so those are the 6 relational operators. Here are just some quick examples that show you what that looks like. So if I have a variable called total that has been assigned the value of 100, I have a variable called previous total that has been assigned the value of 50. So all these expressions that use relational operators are Boolean expressions because the result of the expression is either true or false. So 8 less than 15 is true. 6 not equal to 6 is false, right? Total, which has a value of 100, equal to 200 is false. Total, which has a value of 100, greater than previous total, which has a value of 50, is true. So that is how relational operators work. Now, suppose I have addition, subtraction, relational and arithmetic operators together. What do I do? So the rule is you have to do the arithmetic first, and then you do the relational operators. So you'll see here in this expression, the first thing is to evaluate all the arithmetic. I have to follow order of operations. So 3 times 4 here has to happen before 2. So that becomes 12. 2 plus 12 is 14. We do parentheses first over here, and then division has precedence over addition. And so I end up with 2 plus 5 here is 7. So once all the arithmetic operators have been evaluated, I end up with the relational operator less than. So 14 less than 7 is false. So this entire expression comes out with a value of false. All right? Now, when I'm comparing text, so those are numbers. I can compare text. Every letter has a numeric equivalent that's called the ASCII value. And just think of alphabetical order. So, and something A is alphabetically less than Z. So if I look at these expressions here, is T greater than R? Well, P, Q, R, S, T. R comes before T, so R is less than T, and so that is true. M greater than P. Well, M comes before P. Anything that comes before is less than, and so this is false, right? So we can very easily compare. Comparing uppercase and lowercase is not quite as obvious, and I would never ask you that in an assignment, but comparing lowercase to lowercase makes sense. All right, now, If I have strings of characters, then you guys can pause and read this, but basically these words are saying that you just think of how you would alphabetize words. And so, for example, if I have, let's do a quick little different thing here. If I have the word, let's make my ink different. If I have the word apple and I have the word red, right? Which one comes first in alphabetic order if I'm sorting them? The word apple comes first, so that means apple is less than red, right? If I have the word, for example, cat, and I have car, so what do you do when you sort that out in alphabetical order? The first letters are the same, you move to the next, that's the same, you move to the next, so it's based on this letter. And so PQRST, R comes before T, and so car or cat is greater than car. If I have something like cat and cats, when the length of the words are not the same, which one comes first in alphabetical order? That would be the shorter word. So when you run out of letters, that one comes first. And so that is the way that would go. All right. So here are some examples that suppose I have these variables here that have these values. So here string 1 less than string 2. String 1 is hello. String 2 is hi. So H is the same, but E comes before I, and so string 1 less than string 2 is true. String 1 hello is hello greater than hen. So it's not just the length of the word, but we've got H, we've got E, the next letter is L. L is less than N, and so hello greater than hen is false. Air, A-I-R, so A's are the same. I and N, I comes before N, and so that's true. Here, it looks like I'm asking, is hello this equal to hello? But they're not exactly the same. I have a capital H here, and I have a lowercase h here. And so if they are going to be equal, they have to be exactly equal, character for character. And so that is false. Here we see Bill greater than or equal to Billy. They're all the same, but Bill is shorter, and so that would be false. We've got big less than or equal to bigger, and big is true because it's shorter. By the way, guys, here is a typo. Obviously, if the name of this variable starts with a lowercase, then this needs to start with a lowercase letter as well. That's a typo on my slide here. And so that gives us an overview, gives you guys an overview of Boolean expressions. One more thing here. Now we need to talk about logical operators. But I'm going to stop this video and start a second video to talk about that.